Join the panel, एक minute. Fine, एक minute.
Bhushan, are you there?
Okay, 32. It's already जो miss हो गया. See, friends, today we will talk about corporate social responsibility, corporate governance, and corporate ethics. You should read the book by Narayan Murthy, and then I will be sharing you some of the links by the end of the class. Okay. Now, what is corporate governance? Okay, this is what we are going to discuss. How a company should be made. See, for example, today the FPOs are all companies. Yes or no, Sumit? FPO is by the Companies Act. Okay, now the cooperative sector is everybody has got a shareholder. ರಶ್ಮಿಜಿ ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅದೇ ಬಂತು ನಿಮ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸೆಂಟ್ ಇಟ್ ಟು ದ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಇಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಅಗ್ರೀಡ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇದು ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು 11 o'clock ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೋತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ 11 o'clock ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಯಾ ಅದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಆ ಥರ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಬಟ್ ಈಗ ಇದು ಸೈನ್ ಆಗಿರೋ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟು ಈಗ ಒರಿಜಿನಲ್ ಅಂತ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ಈಗ ಸ್ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಅದ್ರ ನೋಡೋಣ ನಾನು 11 o'clock ಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕಳಿಸಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಆಯ್ತಾಯ್ತು ಅದು ಮಾಡೋಣ ನಾನು ಕೇಳಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀನಿ ನಾನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ನಾನು 11 o'clock ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ರೈಟ್ ಓಕೆ 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 ಸೊ ದೇರ್ ಫೋರ್ ಸಿ ನೌ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅವರ್ PGDM students and myself and all of us, we are now, the FPO movement has taken place, and then now all the agri subsidies and input output, I think already people have taken the class. I think Shailendra must have already taken the class to you. See, now whether a company can become a bogus company, that is the ethics part. Suppose I open an FPO, for namesake myself and Sumit Rathod are the board of directors. So can I start making black money as white money? This is the question of ethics which we are going to discuss today. अरे सुमित थोड़ा दो पवेंद्र और लड़की को बुलाओ यार. Very important topic, man.
Pratyay has joined, sir.
हाँ वो ठीक है नहीं वो ठीक है. See, अरे anybody who is interested to talk about FPO, see today I am going to talk to you about corporate governance. हवाला क्यों नहीं करना है और हवाला करने से कैसे कौन सी जेल में जाओगे, आर्थर रोड जेल में जाओगे या दिल्ली तिहाड़ जेल में जाओगे, वो मैं बता देता हूं आज. ये आर्थर रोड जेल जो आर्यन खान था उस जेल में भी जा सकते हो, नहीं तो तिहाड़ जेल में तो जाओगे ही जाओगे इफ यू डोंट अप्लाई दी कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस. एक मिनट यार, सुमित तो है, ये पूजिता को बहुत, मुस्कान श्रीवास्तव, मुस्कान लड़की, अरे लड़की, अरे मुस्कान, अरे नीतू चंद्रा.
यस सर.
कौन नीतू चंद्रा? मुस्कान बोल रही है. नीतू चंद्रा, वो थोड़ा वीडियो ऑन करो यार, वीडियो प्लीज.
यस सर, 1 minute.
एक मिनट. यू सुमित, और सुमित आपको इंटरेस्ट है या किसी और को बुलाऊं, क्योंकि पिछले बार भी आप पैनलिस्ट थे. ओके ओके. नीतू चंद्रा आती है, एक मिनट. और एक प्रत्येक कुंडू, एक कुंडू भाई.
यस सर.
कुंडू को आने दो. सी, एक आर्य था मेरा, ही वॉज जस्ट एग्जैक्टली लुकिंग लाइक और प्रत्येक कुंडू. ओके, क्या नाम है भाई उसका? ही वॉज माई आर्य इन 2005, एग्जैक्टली लाइक प्रत्येक कुंडू था, उस प्रोजेक्ट में था. आओ ना.
Yes sir, I am here sir. I am here sir.
आओ प्रत्यय, नीतू और सुमित राठौड़. जबरदार. आज पूरा हवाला ट्रांजैक्शन कैसे करना है नहीं करना है, अगर एफपीओ को हेरा फेरी करोगे तो कॉर्पोरेट गवर्नेंस में कैसे जेल जाओगे, या आर्थर रोड जेल में जाओगे या तिहाड़ जेल में जाओगे. ठीक है ना, अभी बता देता हूं आपको. ओके. आओ ना.
Yes sir, we are here.
ओके. थोड़ा प्रत्यय थोड़ा
Yes,
वीडियो
sir.
ऑन करो यार, जल्दी जल्दी करेंगे प्लीज। और नीतू, अरे लड़की ये सुनो,
Yes, sir.
1 मिनट यार, वीडियो ऑन करो यार। प्रत्यय कुंडू जैसा ही मेरा एक आर्य था, ओके,
Yes, sir.
उसका नाम मैं भूल रहा हूँ यार, अयो रामा, एग्जैक्टली लाइक प्रत्यय कुंडू, ही वाज माय रिसर्च एसोसिएट। बहुत प्यारा लड़का था, मुझे मेरा सेवा इतना करता था, मैं प्रत्येक कुंडू को भी 12 आउट ऑफ 10 दे दूंगा। अच्छा लड़का है, और ही इज अ वेरी स्मार्ट एंड शॉर्ट बॉय, गुड बॉय। नहीं तो आओ ना, जल्दी करेंगे यार। ए प्रत्यय, थोड़ा लाइट कम है यार, थोड़ा चेहरे पे लाइट डालो, चेहरे पे लाइट,
Sir,
ताकि
this room is sort of dark, sir.
ठीक है यार। ओके, सो मेरा आर्य रिसर्च एसोसिएट प्रत्यय जी हाजिर है, और हमारा सुमित राठौर जी वो बुलेट 500 वाला इधर मौजूद है। ए नीतू, तुम कौन से इलाके के हो? उत्तर प्रदेश का हो का?
No, sir, Kerala.
के लोग यू स्विच ऑन वीडियो बेटे प्लीज।
Sir, there is some network issue.
ओके
I'm
ओके,
not
यू टॉक, आप बात
able
करो।
to.
सी नाउ टुडे वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट what is the people. See, today's class will come for exam, 3-4 questions प्रत्यय will come। बाद में मुझे ब्लेम नहीं करना है, राठौड़ मैं बता रहा हूँ, और कुछ 2-3 क्वेश्चंस आउटसाइड द सिलेबस भी आएगा। मैं आपको रिसोर्स मटेरियल दिया हूँ, प्लीज, बिकॉज ये मत बोलो कि आजकल T20 मैच की जमाना है, वो टेस्ट मैच की जमाना नहीं है। सब सडनली मैं एक ऑफ स्पिन या लेग ब्रेक कुछ ऐसे डाल सकता हूँ, ओके ना? ओके, उसको बोलते हैं चाइना मैन, जो स्टाइल होती है ऑफ स्पिन की, बट उल्लू का पट्टा बाल डालेगा लेग स्पिन की। हाँ ना यार प्रत्यय, उसको चाइना मैन बोलते हैं ना यार?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
या चाइना मैन नहीं, उसका स्टाइल होती है ऑफ ब्रेक, ऑफ ब्रेक की, बट वो गेंद फेंक रहा है लेग ब्रेक का। हाँ बोलो ना नीतू,
Yes, sir.
आपको थोड़ा क्रिकेट में इंटरेस्ट है का नीतू?
No, sir. I don't have any idea.
अच्छा अच्छा, you don't have idea about cricket. See, normally what they do is in examination or in cricket, this off spin means, see, it is off spin is going towards the wicket, leg spin is going away from the wicket. So the style is like off spin, but when that fellow throws the ball, it is leg spin. So like that he will reverse. So that is called Chinaman bowling. Okay, you know, it's all right. So नीतू जी, अरे नीतू जी हिंदी समझती हो ना? हाँ बोले यार।
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
हाँ, हिंदी में उत्तर दोगी ना?
No, sir. I'm not very comfortable talking
ओके
back
ओके,
in
चलो
Hindi.
इंग्लिश में करेंगे बेटी। ओके, से देखो, से आई एम ऑल्सो कन्नड़ फेलो, बट एनीवे ये धीरे धीरे, बिकॉज यू आर इन नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट, यू आर MBA स्टूडेंट, आप धीरे धीरे हिंदी सीख लोगी। हिंदी बहुत ही सरल भाषा है, हमारी राष्ट्र भाषा है, हमें उसको इज्जत देना पड़ेगा और सीखना भी पड़ेगा। यही एक लिंक लैंग्वेज है, 2 लैंग्वेजेस, इंग्लिश और हिंदी। इफ यू नो हिंदी, थ्रू आउट भारत वी कैन मीट सुमित राठौड़, इस कुंडू बॉय। ए कुंडू, तुम क्या वो उड़ीसा के हो प्रत्यय?
No, sir. I'm from West Bengal.
ओके ओके, सो देखो, इवन वेस्ट बंगाल बॉय ही विल नो हिंदी आल्सो, ठीक है ना? नाउ what is the responsibility of a company or a corporate? You will all join big companies. It may be FPO, Waycool, Coromandel. Okay, you will be placed anywhere. Consumers trust. See, suppose you are in Coromandel. You are selling. Neetu, you are BSCAG like me? Neetu ji?
Yes, sir.
You are BSCAG from where? Vellanikara or Trishur?
No, Trishur, sir. College of Agriculture, Vellani, Thiruvananthapuram.
Okay, there Dr. Binu Boni, who is the head of extension. You know Binu? Binu.
No, sir. Binu sir is not there in
She is in
Vellani.
Trishur. Binu Palakal Boni, she is my classmate. She is the head of the division. And then Jiju Alex, who is your director of extension, he is my classmate.
Okay, sir.
Jiju Alex, man. Jiju P. Alex.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that boy is my classmate in PhD. We both had same guide. Okay, we did PhD from IRA. Okay. So now the consumer's trust is there on the company. Sumit, thoda bole yaar, please. अगर एक
Yes, sir.
बार the
Consumer
trust
trust
is
control.
removed by you, so is it really our corporate responsibility? See now, for example, managed students, they are having one trust. See why they are offering the placements, Neetu or Pratyay or Sumit, they trust manage, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So if suppose tomorrow the manage boy does not perform, so then what will happen? The trust will go on manage. So that is a damage. Therefore, corporate social responsibility means whether it is manage or it is Coromandel, Vekul or Godrej or anywhere, the trust has to be maintained. It may be Pratyay, it may be Neetu, it may be Sumit. Okay? Now, 4 areas. This is called the Carroll's pyramid. I will be asking this in the examination. Neetu, you can note down. I'll share you this slide also. It is running to some 1,200 slides. I will put it in share in Google Drive and give the link. Okay. So economically you cannot do fraud. In corporate governance, legally you cannot play. That means opening company and collecting money and shares in the name of company. Ethical considerations, philanthropic areas. You should do something to this society. See now, Neetu is from Kerala. That Kottakkal Arya Vaidyashala. Please, Neetu, can you discuss 1 minute? We both will discuss. Neetu ji.
Yes, sir.
See, this Kottakkal Arya Vaidya fellows are cultivating herbs and they are making all these Ayurvedic formulations. See now, are they not disturbing the ecology of Western Ghats and sensitive areas of Kerala? Neetu?
Yes, sir. These herb cultivation, if it leads to a lot of deforestation, it will affect the
So,
ecology.
now what I am asking is, Neetu, because you are from Kerala, how this Kottakkal Arya Vaidya fellow is compensating the public, or how is he rejuvenating our biodiversity and helping ecology? That is the philanthropic and the ethical part.
Sir, most of the herbs that is used in medicines are now endangered, so they help in planting these so that these plants increase in the number.
So that means whatever he is cultivating only he is using, he is not removing the forest plants. Am I correct?
Sir, for most of the medicines, they are cultivating only.
Correct.
Except for some.
Yeah, so this is the consideration. And now I will go to this West Bengal boy, Pratyay Kundu. See that Pratyay, thoda, if you come on visual, वो Nandigram में, see Tata को भगा दिया था, and then that nano project came in Gujarat.
Yes,
was
sir.
it because, was it ethical consideration or legal or पिछले बार वो संग्राम क्यों हुई थी प्रत्यय? Why that Tata fellows were thrown out of West Bengal, जिसके हिसाब से ममता जी ने इलेक्शन जीती भी थी?
Sir, I think it was a political decision because if we talk about Singur, the fact was that more than 80% of the farmers were ready to give their lands.
थोड़ा वीडियो ऑन करो यार ऐसा थोड़ा.
Yes, sir.
एक मिनट. Because you tell in English only so that
Yes, sir.
बोलो प्रत्यय.
Actually, sir, in
एक मिनट
Singur,
मैं आपको बैकग्राउंड बोलता हूँ. जब टाटा मोटर्स ने अप्लाई किया था उस वक्त बुद्धदेव भट्टाचार्य was the
Yes.
chief
He was the
minister.
chief minister.
वो CPM
Yes,
का
sir.
था and he had
CPM
given उसको राज मंजूर कर दिया था और
Yes,
ममता जी had not become CM till और पूरी
Yes.
संग्राम चल गई and then this Tata Nano had to go in other place. So
Yes, sir.
no, you tell as a West Bengal boy, you be critical. See, don't support X or Y. You tell
Yes, sir.
whether the claims made by Mamata ji or Buddhadev ji or Tata ji, was it correct or not? That is not the discussion. See, you
Yes,
should
sir.
tell me as a Bengali. That's all, not as a CPM or a Trinamool.
Yes,
उसकी
sir.
मतलब नहीं है हमारा. वो
Yes, sir.
नैनो प्रोजेक्ट में क्या डैमेज हो सकती थी जिसके लिए हमारी ममता जी ने इतना बड़ी संग्राम की? इसके लिए यही पूछ रहा हूं मैं.
Yes, sir. So actually, what happened in Singur, more than 75 to 80% of the farmers, they had already signed a MOU stating that they agreed to give up their land.
Huh.
Only 15 to 20% farmers were not willing to give up their land.
Okay.
This was the situation.
Huh.
And Mamata Banerjee led the protests. And what happened? These protests ignited the feeling of resentment that was already there on the CPIM government, because CPM was ruling for the last 35 years.
Yeah, yeah.
There was resentment about the party and about the government. So that erupted, and throughout the state, movement started. But if we talk only about Singur, it was not a very big issue. Like 75%, 80% of the farmers were willing to give up their land. And another thing was that in West Bengal, the level of industrialization was very low. So farmers or local people didn't have an experience of all of this land acquisition and work culture. They didn't have experience of all of this like farmers in Maharashtra and Karnataka have. So this was also an issue. Many people were ignorant, and this fear and ignorance was like a particular party took advantage of this, as a result of which this movement blew up.
Fine. See, now I was in West Bengal. I was in North 24 Parganas. I visited some places. I was in Cooch Behar, and then
Yes, sir.
I was also in many places. See, many times when I went to Cooch Behar, that single
Yes.
strip, एक 15 किलोमीटर की वाइड का रोड है, बाद में इस तरफ बांग्लादेश है, इस तरफ भूटान है. Okay?
Changra
So,
Bandar.
know the Cooch Behar thing. And
Yes.
Cooch Behar का राजा जो था, he joined India and is a very patriot. उसकी बहुत नाम और निशान है. But now, please, मैंने सुना है that you cannot distinguish a Bangladesh Bengali person and Pratyay Kundu, though both are speaking Bengali. और ये
Same.
खास तौर से नॉर्थ 24 परगनास, कूच बिहार, ये जो सेंसिटिव एरियाज है, लोग अंदर आ जाते हैं और नाम रख लेते हैं, मैं माय नेम इज प्रत्यय कुंडू. उसके पास भी आधार कार्ड है, उसके पास भी ढेर सारे रेशन कार्ड है. एंड देन अभी ये सीएए का प्रोटेस्ट भी जो चल रही है, दैट सिटीजनशिप अमेंडमेंट एक्ट. सो डू यू थिंक दैट whoever is supporting, company support कर सकती है, or is it really ethics there that don't you think it is anti-national? Being a Bengali, you please react, because I don't want to ask this question to others. They don't know the sensitivity of Cooch Behar,
Yes, sir.
North 24 Parganas, especially the border
Absolutely.
areas. सबको
Yes,
कुछ लोगों का आधार कार्ड भी मिली है, मैं देखा हूँ खुद.
Sure, sir.
So what is your opinion on this? Let the people understand.
Sir, actually, I studied in Cooch Behar for 4 years. My college was there.
हाँ.
And even right now, I am in my home city of Malda.
नहीं, आपका
So
घर
it's-
कहाँ है बंगाल में?
Sir, Malda district, sir.
मालदा डिस्ट्रिक्ट. ओके, ठीक है. हाँ हाँ, बोलो.
It is also like right now, I'm sitting just 21 kilometers away from the border,
ओके,
Bangladesh
ओके,
border.
हाँ हाँ, ठीक.
So, like this is a very common phenomena. People walk in and they get passports not passports, they get Aadhaar card very easily. They don't get voter ID card, but Aadhaar card can be like it's possible to get Aadhaar card. So, sir, regarding the NRC, what the problem was there? From 1947, many Hindu families migrated from Bangladesh to India.
ओके, दैट इज
In
वो वेस्ट
1947.
बंगाल में आ गए. ओके.
Yes, in
खास तौर से मालदा, कूच बिहार और
sir.
नॉर्थ 24 परगनास. कुछ.
Yes,
हाँ.
sir, the entire strip, like right now, 40% of Bengali people who live in West Bengal, they were actually descendants of people who moved in from Bangladesh.
ओके, ये
Like in
1947 के पहले.
1947 and also during 1971, during that time
71
also.
that
Yes.
जब बांग्लादेश बनी थी,
बांग्लादेश.
इंडिया
Yes.
पाकिस्तान वार में जय बांग्लादेश
Yes.
बोल के वो बांग्लादेश बन गई. ठीक है. जब
बांग्लादेश
इंदिरा गांधी
बने,
हमारी
many-
प्राइम मिनिस्टर थी.
Yes,
and then
Indira Gandhi was the
Manekshaw
Prime
there.
Minister.
हाँ, right.
Yes, and many Hindu people during that time also moved in from Bangladesh to India.
Okay.
Not only Hindus, like also Shia Muslims, Ahmadiyya Muslims who were tormented in Bangladesh, and also some Sunni Muslims who were politically liberal, like communists and other progressives. They were also tortured, so they moved in from Bangladesh to India. Now the problem is, like in 47 and 71, so many people moved in from Bangladesh to India. Many of them didn't have proper documentation, and
Okay.
many of them settled on lands without any formal deeds or documentations.
Ah.
And sadly, what happened? Like their descendants, they were also not very much literate. So after 1 or 2 generations only, they went to school. So these people who moved in from Bangladesh to India without documentation in 1947, if NRC is conducted, these people will be in trouble. Like, sir, what happened in Assam? One example I would like to give. What happened in Assam? We thought that we will drive out Muslim immigrants who came out from Bangladesh to Assam. But 75% of the people who were declared as illegal citizens, they were actually poor Bengali Hindu immigrants who didn't have documents. So this is the only concern people had against NRC. Yes, there were some anti-national elements also. I believe anti-national elements were there, but this is like being a Bengali. These are the concerns that I have, because I have relatives who have come in from Bangladesh after 1947 who didn't have documentation. Their children and grandchildren have documentation, but they didn't have.
No, no,
75,
Abhi
80 years old.
Pratesh, Kundu sir, please. I hope
Yes,
you
sir.
are writing the term paper on this CAA. There is also one topic in the term paper. I wish that you are the right person to write the topic. Anyway, you will get 29. Already you made the statement. But Abhi ये पता है, because many people don't know about this. अभी हमारा CAA जो हमने अमेंडमेंट किया है,
ఒక 2 ఏళ్ల క్రితం లేవు కదా, మళ్ళీ బాగానే ఉన్నాయి ఇప్పుడు. జాబులు 2 ఏళ్ల క్రితం లేవు కదా, మళ్ళీ ఇప్పుడు బాగానే ఉన్నాయి సిఎస్సి చేసిన వాళ్ళకి.
who is talking in Telugu? 1 minute.
మళ్ళీ తీసుకుంటున్నారు.
Okay.
పెరుగుతుంది ఐటీ హబ్ బాగా.
Sir, I think someone accidentally unmuted.
Okay, it's all right. Pratyay, 1 minute here, please.
Yes, sir.
See, it is a good discussion going on. See, whether Buddhadev Bhattacharya government gave Aadhaar card or Mamata government, I am not bringing the people. See,
Yes, sir.
now, some are, you only told 2 things. Some are very genuine families, your relatives are there. They have to get an Aadhaar card, a voter ID card. And then it could be formalized. But when the NRC or the CAA is conducted very strictly, they will lose the citizenship. And at the
Like
same
what
time,
happened
we
in
have
Assam.
some of these anti-national elements. How to tackle these ethical issues? Please, I want your opinion. Not
Yes,
the
sir.
term paper. Who already you got 29.
Sir, what I believe, like, it's little bit controversial, but since it's class, so we can discuss. What I believe is that the state is funding, the nation is funding BSF, and BSF is posted on Bangladesh border.
Yeah.
So how are immigrants coming in? Like, we are proud of our armed forces, but some sort of illegal or some sort of unethical practices are going on at the borders. I think instead of spending crores of rupees on turning the nation upside down and conducting NRC, I think the easier process would be to fence the borders and to enforce strict disciplinary actions against BSF officers who are involved in unethical practices.
Fine.
Like, you have to give suited side orders. Whoever enters, just shoot them. Instead
True.
of
See,
like,
for example, the same thing is there in Punjab province. See, even
Yes,
if
sir.
that fellow is from Pakistan, he speaks excellent Punjabi.
Punjabi.
See,
Yes, sir.
recently that state of siege, that Akshardham temple attack, जो अक्षय खन्ना ने पिक्चर किया है, recently मैंने
Yes, sir.
हाँ उसका हॉटस्टार में देखा था. So there also, many terrorists are speaking excellent Bengali, they are speaking excellent Punjabi. And so I think we should be more vigilant.
yes, sir.
But एक बात है डॉक्टर साहब प्लीज, ये एनआरसी कंडक्ट करने में व्हाट इज द हिच, व्हाट इज द प्रॉब्लम? यू टेल एज अ बंगाली नाउ.
First of all, sir, immense cost will be involved. Second of all, sir, what will happen? Many legitimate citizens will lose their citizenship. Many legitimate citizens will lose their citizenship. Then the government is saying that in order for the Hindus to regain their citizenship, CAA is there.
Correct. No, that's what
Huh.
CAA is
That
very
is true.
clear. It says
See-
except Muslims, others can get the citizenship.
Yes, sir. But I have 2 problems with CAA, like not political problems. I have
Yeah,
two
yeah.
problems.
Only discussion,
Yes.
bhai. हाँ,
Yes.
बोलो.
Two problems with CAA. One problem is that, sir, Muslims is not a homogeneous group. Like even in Pakistan, we have seen Shia people are targeted, Ahmadis are targeted. Even within Sunnis, like communists and other progressives, they are tormented like anything. And many of these people have ever since contributed to the nation as well, nation of India. So it will be really difficult to differentiate in between them. This is one problem. And the second thing is that, for example, if I lose my citizenship in NRC and the government says that you will regain your citizenship through CAA, but the arrangement is such it will take at least 8 months to 1 year to regain my citizenship.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
that time frame, if I am a student of a national institute, I can't study because technically I am a foreigner. I will not get subsidies. I will not get anything in that time frame. So,
True, true.
according to me, that is a problem.
No, now over to Neetu Chandran, because some issues are coming from Malappuram district. Neetu, you are from which district in Kerala?
Kollam, sir. Kollam.
Kollam, okay. You are somewhat close. See, now in Malappuram district we have some similar issues what Pratyay is saying. Of course, it is not become a nationalist movement, but some sort of terrorist activities are getting funded in the name of religion and all that. So what the present government, Pinarayi Ravi government is doing to control this? Can you just highlight about Kerala, please?
Sir, there had been news that people get funding and they join ISIS.
Yeah.
They move to Syria and they join these camps. So these cannot be considered as a massive movement or an organized movement. So it happens only in some pockets, and we cannot label it in the name of one district. It happens everywhere in India. So I don't think it is right to point out that Malappuram district is like a hotspot of this, what is happening. So I am really
I
supporting that.
I take back my words. Okay, if not Malappuram district, so those who are involved in such activities, can't we punish them in that TADA Act or put them inside? Can't we do that? Are we not ethical in doing it?
Yes, certainly. Because in Kerala, what happened is most of this came to limelight when these people were assassinated or they were found culprit outside India. When we understood that, they went to Syria. These kind of activities were happening. If it was identified in Kerala, definitely we can arrest them and put them in front of justice.
Yeah. So now, recently what happened, Mr. Sridharan, who gave our Konkan Railway, and he's a celebrity, he's a Padma Bhushan or Padma Vibhushan. He lost the election to a local Muslim boy, and this is how the people are thinking. We say Kerala is such a educated state and a highly literate state and a highly... So Mr. V. Sridharan lost the election. What is your take on this?
Sir, I feel really unethical to label the opponent as a Muslim boy. He has a good political history. He has been working among common people since long. Sridharan may be good in his professional life and he may be knowing a lot of things, but politically, he is a fresher. That we have to accept, sir. He has never worked in politics, nor he has any experience in any of the parties. So, considering that, we can't say that the opponent won because of his religion or something. He has been working among people since very long.
No, and one more issue, because this is related to Kerala, and that is also there in the term paper. I think you must have picked it up. See that Pinarayi Ravi and one lady, they were involved in this gold smuggling. I forgot that lady's name. What is her name? She's a cinema star, no man. That lady. That gold smuggling case. Gold smuggling case, man. What is her name?
Sir, her name is Swapna Suresh and she is not a film star, sir.
Okay,
she was part of the minister's personal assistant.
No, just because I am an outsider and I may not know much about Kerala. So now, very quickly you tell, of course, some of you must have taken it as a term paper, because this corporate ethics and things are coming. This Swapna Suresh involvement, people, I don't know, people told that Pinarayi Ravi, the chief minister, supported her. Was it true or it is only false? If it is true, it is unethical. You also know. If it is false, we will blame the media. What is your take?
So the first and foremost thing I would like to say is this was a chain of incidents, and then there were many who were culprit behind this. There were about 10 people who were involved in this, but only Swapna Suresh was being in the limelight just because she was a woman. This is very unethical, sir. When there is a crime and there is a woman involved, we only put out her name. She is also a culprit. I'm not justifying, but when a crime happens and a woman is involved, we only talk about her. She is put in limelight. Coming to Pinarayi Vijayan's involvement, she was part of the personal assistant and assistant of the ministry. And Pinarayi Vijayan had told that he does not know about the smuggling. It may or may not be true. So investigation is going on, and I really think that if she is responsible, she should be punished. But it is really unethical to put her in limelight, and whenever the case comes, we talking about her name, because she is culprit like 10 other people who are male in this case, sir.
Okay, last question, Neetu from Kerala, because that actor Dilip, okay, he is involved in many other things. Whether it is a media hype or it is true, just I want your opinion. Of course, that is not a term paper. If you want, somebody can write it. Actor Dilip, he has been arrested. He has been arrested, convicted, everything is there. Your take on actor Dilip? He is from Kerala, gentlemen. Therefore, he's a comedy actor, and then he was involved in a various sexual abuse case and all that. Neetu will tell you. Yeah.
Sir, actually, the investigation is going on, and we can't comment on this right now whether he is responsible or not. But seriously, media is giving a hype which is more than required for this particular case just because he is a film star. It was not a sexual abuse case; it was more of a physical abuse case. And if such a thing happens, we usually focus on these aspects, sir.
No, see, Neetu, see, I have a lot of friends from Kerala. I told you, all my classmates were from Kerala, very intelligent people. You tell me one last thing before I go ahead, whether the media is hyping more than required, or media is ethical or not. Because I am not Neetu Chandran, I am not Binu Boni, because I only hear from my Kerala friends. I have one Dr. Vipin Kumar in CMFRI. I have Jiju Alex, Director of Action. So I only hear from them. So what is your take? Whether, the media people are also Kerala people. Are they so against that they will hype and they don't like actor Dilip and all these things you are telling like that? The media fellow is also a Kerala man.
Sir, throughout the country, if the accused is a celebrity, we give more hype to the case than what it is required. That is what is happening in Kerala also.
So you mean to say, see, now you tell, because we are about 62 participants, you tell, suppose somebody reads something in the media. So how much I should assimilate as truth, how much I should leave it as false?
Sir, it completely falls in your discretion. But in this case, particularly if you are saying, this similar kind of case happens in India very frequently, but just because the accused is a celebrity, this gets this much hype. So that is according to one's discretion. If one feels so much interested in this case, yes. Otherwise, it is just another case, sir.
Okay, fine, Neetu. It was very nice talking to you. One last question that is also given in the term paper. There was a kiss of love movement, and the RSS or somebody objected it, and these people were kicked out. And at that time, we did not have I think it was a left government. This was about 6-7 years back. So whether the government's hand also was there in the kiss of love movement to be diffused? What is your take?
Sir, this movement actually had many political interests.
No,
so,
you tell me, no. When this incident happened, you were studying, or I think you were a student in BSAG, maybe. What were you?
Sir, I was in school.
You were in school. Now, you didn't join me. This was about 7 years back or something, whatever. Acha, you were a school, you were in which standard at that time?
Sir, intermediate, sir.
Okay, fine. So very quickly you tell, because somebody would have picked the term paper. So let them know the reality from the Kerala soil. This is what was my concern. Tell Neetu. Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. Actually, the protesters expressed this as a freedom of expression movement, because in Kerala we have this morality issues a lot. So they actually put it forth as a freedom of expression movement, but actually behind the curtain it had a lot of political interest. So I would not comment further on that.
Fine. It is absolutely brilliant. So many times, okay, so what comes to me is it may be even Shashi Tharoor's wife's murder case, or some people say X is involved, Y is involved. I don't want, because Neetu has already made a brilliant statement. So the case has to prove. Simply by, accusing XYZ, you don't make a point. I think all my other participants will get what we are discussing here. It is highly unethical to come to a conclusion just based on media report. Am I correct, Neetu?
Yes, sir.
See, suppose, somebody is accusing Shashi Tharoor has a high-handedness in his wife's murder. We should not believe the media. See, let the case come to the conviction stage, and we will take a call. See, all of you, tomorrow when you join the big companies, there may be many things against the company, for the company. It is highly unethical to believe someone, and don't get into this trap. You have to keep quiet. That is only ethical. Am I correct, Neetu? See, suppose you are all working in company. The fact is there in Travancore. One of my friends, he was a DGM in fact. Fertilizers and Chemicals, Travancore. So many things will be told, and you tell all these students how much you already told. Believing or not believing is your domain, but being an officer of a fact company, or let us say Neetu Chandan is posted in fact, and some derogatory reports come. So Neetu should take it with a pinch of salt, and then not believe it verbatim, whatever is given in the newspaper, media and so on. And that is how she is going to exercise her ethical discretion. Any other further take, Neetu, so that we'll go ahead. You can give your last opinion about this consuming media, about the company, and your ethical responsibility on how to react. Can you please tell and highlight for us?
Sir, actually, in this era of social media and all that, we tend to know that what we are interested in, the media feeds us that. If we take the example of YouTube, if we watch a similar kind of video, we will get recommendations of that only. So it all comes down to us. What we want to take, or if we want to process it before consuming it, it is totally our take. So what I want to say is we should not be pawns in the hands of media.
Fine, but now my question is, now let us say Neetu Chandan is the Assistant General Manager of FACT at Travancore. You are sitting somewhere in Ernakulam, and some media reports on social media is saying that the fertilizers are all, they are recycling, or some fraud has occurred about your company. How will you react? I am asking you. As an AGM of fact.
Since I am an insider, I can have an internal investigation. So I won't take the media report as such, but that will be a matter of concern. I'll definitely investigate on that. After that only, I'll take any action.
Fine. So thank you, Neetu. It was nice talking to you. So this is a lesson for all the people. We had two panelists, Pratyay and Neetu. See, one on the CAA and all that. Always in an ethical consideration, there are two faces of the coin. It cannot be taken just by the media reports. What we read, it has to be analyzed. और इसको परामर्श करने की जरूरत है, इसको तर्क करने की जरूरत होती है, and then बाद में you have to come to a conclusion. And as far as possible, you are all public servants. You have to keep your mouth shut and not open your mouth and not go on giving opinions. even in social media, Neetu has told it rightly. Don't go on reacting in social media. Just consume the information, don't react. Pratyay, what is your take on what I said? Pratyay?
Yes, sir, it's correct. Depending on the situation, we should limit our opinion.
That's all. Don't give any opinions. It may be any social media about company, it can be about personal things. See, somebody will say, okay, Pratyay is a very good fellow, Pratyay got married, Pratyay got engaged. How can we believe it here? It is a, see, all these good morning and good evening messages are coming in WhatsApp and social media. Very, very difficult to, take a decision on that. And the ethical part for all you responsible boys and girls is that don't react. Am I correct, Neetu? Neetu?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I will not react. See, many times good morning messages come. Somebody is sending Hanuman. Somebody is sending rose flower. Why should we react? Okay. Corporate governance and ethics, very quickly we are going. Ethical perspectives. See, these are the, now about Pratyay will react. And Neetu, it would have been damn good if your video was there, man. Please. Can't I see you, please?
Sir, there is some bandwidth issue in my place.
No,
sir.
because I have so many chotis and daughters from Kerala, so I wish to see you also. Am I not justified and ethical in asking to switch on your video, Putti?
Yes, sir, it is totally ethical, but I have some bandwidth issues. So if I switch
right.
on my voice,
No,
will crack, sir.
but you keep reacting on the audio. Pratyay, can you come on the video? Sumit, now new discussion, please. Pratyay, just
Yes, sir.
come.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Sumit came here. It's a nice panel. We have one from Rajasthan, one from West Bengal, and one from Kerala. Fantastic. See,
Sir,
now
Maharashtra, sir. Amit sir is from Maharashtra.
I just,
I'm from Maharashtra.
all these Rathods are from Rajasthan, na? But this Rathod is from Maharashtra. Okay. See, now.
Sir, we have a Rathod from Karnataka as well.
yeah. We had some Rathod, but this boy is from
Sachin,
Maharashtra.
sir.
Okay.
Sachin
So now,
Rathod.
Sumit, Kundu, you tell me. See, a company, FPO raising a capital, satisfying the investors, running the business in the global market. See, now FPO wants to do export business. Tomorrow, Waycool is there. So, if they start making black money as white money in a company, how to bring transparency and accountability, and what is the corporate social responsibility in the corporate ethics? Quickly we will comment. Don't you think that there are some companies who are doing this hawala, trying to convert black money into white money, putting in the shares? Your take, quickly, Pratyay. You are telling nicely today. Yeah. That is the corporate governance issue today. Yeah. क्या हुआ प्रत्यय? सुमित, कैन यू रिएक्ट व्हाट आई टोल्ड? अगर एक कंपनी ने हेरा फेरी करके ब्लैक मनी को व्हाइट मनी करती है, कैपिटल राइज करती है और इन्वेस्टर्स को सेटिस्फाई करती है, वो कंपनी के अलावा वो एक चिट फंड बिजनेस बन गई है. ठीक है ना?
Yes, sir. Right.
और उसमें कहा है ट्रांसपेरेंसी, अकाउंटेबिलिटी क्या है, व्हाट इज द CSR? दी FPOs और दी कंपनीज आर डूइंग ओनली चिट फंड बिजनेस एंड टर्नओवर दिखा रही है, प्रॉफिट दिखा रही है, बट उसमें बिल्कुल उस कंपनी की जो एजेंडा थी वो ही नहीं है. सी ए कंपनी इज एस्टैब्लिश्ड टू लेट अस से एक्सपोर्ट गरकिन्स और produce organic fertilizers. That is the actual logo. But they are in this sort of things. How to analyze what they are doing? Pratyay, your take very quickly on this. Are you listening? Not problem. Pratyay, are you listening what I am saying?
Yes, sir. It got like sound was little bit disturbed due to
Okay,
network.
no, you,
I guess.
Sumit, also I asked. Neetu, you can participate in the discussion. Neetu?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you just participate. I am giving an example. A FPO is there in Kerala or somewhere. Okay, they are in the business of Palakkad Matta rice, which is an export quality rice, or they are doing shrimp farming, but they are unethically raising capital. They are trying to convert black money to white money, Dubai money to Kerala money. They want to satisfy the investors. They are giving very high returns. There is no transparency. How to make them accountable? And what is the corporate social responsibility of such companies if you are involved as one of the promoters? This is the question.
Yes, sir. These actually is highly unethical practices. So there should be proper auditing in these companies.
Yeah, auditing, absolutely well said. Sumit, any other take? So this is exactly what Neetu
Yes,
made
sir.
the point.
And what also about the way this government made it transactions above 1 lakh to be compulsory done cashless or e-trammers. These are some measures that have been taken right now
Correct.
to
Even,
avoid
yeah.
curb the black
See,
money.
even in the new budget also, when we come out with the digital rupee, okay, when it's going to come, see, even when bitcoins are going to be charged at 30% interest, please remember, Kundu, if you do even a bitcoin transaction, no problem, but you will be charged 30% interest. And when the digital rupee comes, see, and why any government, I am not naming the party, please don't. See, why they are asking you to do more and more UPI gateway and this sort of transaction is to bring in transparency and accountability and heavy auditing, so that, this cash transaction should be reduced. What is your take, Pratyay, on what just now Neetu also made the point? With the digital rupee, which is going to come, Pratyay, you have some network issue?
Yes, sir, I had. Now it's okay, sir.
Okay, you tell me now, when the digital rupee will come, many of this corporate governance will set right. That's what Sumit also tells me. What is your take on this?
Yes, sir. It will be a very welcome step because cryptocurrencies are gaining ground throughout the world. So this will be a regulated cryptocurrency. So I feel corporate governance as well as technology on both fronts, it will be very good.
Yeah. So therefore, whether it is from the digital side or from the digital rupee side, the cryptocurrency or a company, as far as possible, we need not promote this black money to get into the white money and come into the mainstream. We don't want a parallel economy to run. Please, even if you earn 10 rupees, you should earn it ethically, that's all. I am not teaching Bhagavad Gita or Quran to you, please. That is not the aim of this course. But you should give an equal chance for all the people to earn, and there should be some equity and equality and transparency and accountability. That is the corporate social responsibility. See, now, in an organization culture, when you are joining the organization, many of the practices are visible and they are formal practices. That means there is an office order, there is a manual, but many of the invisible practices are highly informal. They are only perception and attitudes. See, for example, the hijab dress code has been, can Neetu tell what is that hijab dress code and why they don't allow that hijab dress code or putting the scarf and entering the education institution? That is the latest news. Neetu, that is very related to this organization culture. Suppose a school or a manages an education institution. We don't want anybody to come in a hijab dress or put a scarf or put a burqa or whatever it is. What is your take, Neetu?
Sir, actually, I feel that in India we have religious freedom. So, and whatever the religious dress code they wish to appear in, they can. But in places with a uniform, it is better to avoid it so that everyone will look equal.
No, I'm giving you an example. Hijab, H-I-J-A-B. You please Google. You know what is hijab or not?
Yes, sir, I know.
Yeah. Can you please explain to the others who don't know what is that hijab dress? Why they don't? Today they stopped some people entering the examination hall. What is that hijab dress?
A hijab is a headgear usually used by Muslims.
Yeah. So it is. So see what will happen. Since suppose Neetu, let us say, Okay, you come in a particular dress. So what will happen? Rather than showing the religion or your respect to the religion, people will start identifying you with a particular religion. Don't you think it is very derogatory for a girl like you or a student like you?
Sir, India is a secular country and it comes down to the religious freedom of people. If they are okay
Please,
with it, then we should not have a problem.
Please, 1 minute. Neetuji, sorry for interrupting you, man. See, please. You are now, whether you are Neetu Chandra or you are XYZ. See, you are now a managed MBA student. You are representing India. Yes or no? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's all. So, Neetu is going to be given an appointment order by fact or by any company that you are an Indian with a PGDMA from manage. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So, why don't you keep your religious sentiment for the personal use, private use, and why do you bring it in public? Pratyay, can you have any take on this? Similar things are occurring even in West Bengal. Somebody
Sir,
wants to...
actually-
Please, what is your take on that? Should we
Sir,
really
actually, I
put
believe-
a Tilak and say that my name is Gaur Gopal Das? Why should I put Tilak?
Sir, actually, I believe that I don't know about international, like what France is doing and what Austria is doing, that is different. But in Indian circumstances, we have allowed the pagri, the turban, even in the army.
Yeah, for which you are having the Sikh regiment. See, that
Yeah,
is
so-
the Sikh regiment. Please, Indian army is divided into Sikh regiment, the Rajputana rifles, the Assam rifles. Okay, so we have got
So-
regiments. The Gurkha
So-
regiment, that particular
Yes,
camp.
sir.
So they are based
sir,
on the
turban-
homogeneity and they can have the trust. But I am telling
Yes, sir. So
in a
turban-
multinational company, suppose you join Infosys, you join Waycool, you join Coromandel. So where is the need to show? The need, see, if you are in Gurkha, if you are in Sikh regiment, you have to wear the turban because you are a Sikh. That's why you are appointed.
But
Suppose
sir,
being a
in a
Bengali-
multinational,
1 minute.
in a multinational, yes, sir.
एक minute, being a Bengali, tomorrow you join the Assam Rifles, for example. West Bengal does not have a regiment. All the Bengalis
Yes, sir.
have to join the Assam Rifles.
Assam Rifles.
Yeah. Suppose you join the Assam Rifles, there is a dress code for Assam Rifles. Whether
Yes, sir.
Pratyay Kundu is a Bengali or an Assami, we don't want that.
Yes,
We
sir.
say Lieutenant Kundu belongs to Assam Rifles. That's all.
Assam Rifles.
So now, in a multinational company, do you feel the need for this? Suppose you are working in Google, Neetu and you join Google in the Agri department. Why should you wear the dress is my question. What is
Sir-
the corporate ethics? Because this is coming under corporate ethics. You tell me
Absolutely,
what
sir.
does... See, I don't think
Yes,
they
sir.
will allow this in... suppose you are in Washington and working for Google. I don't think this
Sir,
dress code is allowed.
That was my point, sir. I believe like the socio-political circumstances of Europe is different, of Muslim countries is different. But in India, what I believe is that our secularism is like we please everyone and we have a place for everyone. Like in India, a person who works in a multinational company, even he can wear a turban. If he is a Sikh, no one will tell him to like open his turban and sit in a corporate meeting. No one is going to do that. So I believe hijab should have the same sort of acceptability as the turban. Burqa is little bit difficult. I accept this fact. Burqa is difficult in a multinational company or in modern India or in modern world. It's little bit difficult.
Now the
Hijab, I
discussion,
guess,
the
it can be
discussion
tolerated.
came because of that hijab dress. Today it is there in newspaper. Some students have wore a hijab dress and Neetu also made the point they were not allowed to enter the examination hall. It was a NEET exam or something like that. So that is the question of argument now. That's all. Why
Sir,
they
I
did
think
not
it
allow?
Sir, I think it was wrong because if we allow the turban, why not the hijab? Like both are religious dresses and both are signifying your religion. So I believe even even many of us, even I have a religious bracelet that I wear around my neck, being a Hindu. So no one tells us to put that up. So I think it was wrong to debar the students because they were wearing a hijab.
So anyway, Neetu also made the point. So thank you very much. So the organization culture is you should make it as much visible as possible and not have invisible and like the hijab dress controversy, some rule for some and some rule for others. So that is not allowed. Its rule should be uniform. That is the corporate ethics when you join a company. So we have already told you the culture of an organization, invisible, visible and easier to change and harder to change. Pratyay and Neetu, please come and I am just asking a question. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Just 1 minute here, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, Pratyay will on the video, Neetu will not have video. Yeah, just you. Pratyay, video on.
Yes, sir.
See, now we are going to one more culture of an organization. Okay. See, now you are in a multinational company. You and Neetu are posted. Now, let us say, suddenly you want to do namaz by about 12:30 or whatever. That is a Friday and you want to do it in the office itself. And you will create a scene. And, okay, that is it. Then suddenly, Hanuman Jayanti is there. And this Neetu Chandra, what she does, she starts distributing sweets. And Sumit also is a Hanuman Bhakt, let us say. And he will start distributing all the, the Jaljeera and all those things. Should we allow it or not? Simply. I have given 3 examples. You want to do namaz at 12:30, it is Friday. Neetu and this Sumit want to distribute Jaljeera and it is Hanuman Jayanti. You want to do Hanuman birthday. It is religious freedom. But I am the corporate head. Bloody, I am the CEO of Infosys. साला मैं बैठा हूँ इधर. अब करना क्या चाहते हो, बोलना क्या चाहते हो? सुमित बोलो यार, आप हनुमान जयंती करोगे? बोलो यार.
No, sir. No, the space what we are there is not for recreation or any kind of
Yes.
television thing. We are there for we are obliged for a given task, and there might be some activity beyond the working hours, but not during the working hours, or there might be some reserved days or time that can be known as team building activity or LLS things, but not the working hours or not during according to your own preferences.
Yeah, no,
Preferences won't be the individuals.
Neetu, your quick take on this. It's an important discussion. Neetu, quick take.
Yes, sir. Sir, about namaz, if I'm a very religious person and I want to do namaz 5 times a day, so before joining the company, I'll inquire if the company is liberal and allows that. And I won't create a scene after joining and suddenly one day I start doing it. So before joining, I'll inquire and I'll join. If I'm very particular about it, I'll join only if the company allows me. Otherwise, I won't choose the company.
Fine.
Sir, about distributing sweets, I support Sumit, sir. I won't do it during the working hours. And if I'm friends with my colleagues, I'll do it after the working hours.
Fine. See, for example, I am a Brahmin, for example, by birth. I will not come with a choti and that Iskan wala tilak and create a scene here. You see, look at my hairstyle. I am as corporate. Shala, Dr. V.K. Rao is a bloody national professor. Why I will come in my religious dress and trouble everybody here? Dr. V.K. Rao is a professor for all, not just for one community. So therefore, that is the culture in an organization. You kindly keep it after the office hours. Put your tilak or vermilion or whatever it is. Sumit also has made the point, and Neetu really told that you inquire before the company allows or whatever it is, because it can trigger some unwanted things. Therefore, that is the corporate ethics in the organization. So now CSR we discussed, then the social contact between business and society. Okay, many times, so you are doing a business. See, sometimes what people will say, okay, suppose the McDonald's industry, the meat cut, okay, the Al Kabir, whatever it is. So many times there is a big fight saying that nowadays they are also advertising in the Nandu chicken, halal cut. Have you seen the advertisements? Have you seen the meat industry advertisement? Many times
Yes,
they
sir.
say Nandu chicken or Venkateshwara chicken, halal cut. Is it necessary to mention it? Need to just as a business ethics, just.
It's a marketing
Sir,
decision, sir.
Yeah,
It's a
for
Pratyay
marketing
will say.
decision.
Pratyay started. Pratyay, you tell me. Yeah, please.
So it's a purely marketing decision because they have dietary restrictions. Like in the US, if we go,
Yeah.
various items are written kosher, halal. So these companies want to increase their user base. So I don't think it's a question of ethics. I think it's about marketing. If that halal was not written, only Hindus would have used
Correct.
it or
So
particular
therefore,
element.
yeah. Neetu, your quick take on this very important discussion he has told. Yeah. You tell me it's a marketing strategy. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, sir, because to increase our number of purchases, because Muslims won't purchase if it is not halal cut. So it is not a question about ethics. So if the company wants to have a broader customer base, it
Customer
will
base.
definitely do
Absolutely.
halal cut.
Any quick reaction, Sumit? Sumit?
Yes, sir. Like it's a kind of
Yeah, see, even the same
identification.
issue is coming in the cake. See, suppose, there are a lot of chains and all that who don't eat onion and they don't eat eggs. So, you are manufacturing a cake. So, you have to mention eggless cake. Yes or no?
Yes, it's a for the preferred group.
Yeah, it is highly corporate ethics to mention whether it is halal cut or eggless cake or no onion. See, many times, Neetu, have you eaten the pickle? Many times, this pickle will come without garlic. They would have mentioned. प्रत्यय आपने अचार खाए हो क्या कभी कभी प्रत्यय
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Onionless it's given.
yeah onionless garlic no garlic like that they mention because this is
Yes, sir.
predominantly targeted to those communities who don't eat garlic and onion, so it is a marketing strategy. There is no unethics in this, that's all. Okay, so consumers buy products without worrying about the impact. See, suppose there was a case of McDonald in the United States. It was a Hindu who put a case from the Hindu Mahasabha, okay, the HAF, Hindu American Foundation. I will share the case study with you. The McDonald's, he ate a non-veg burger, okay. It was called as chicken burger, but later on his contention was that even a little bit of beef was there. Have you heard about this case? Whether it is ethical or unethical on the part of McDonald's?
Yes, sir.
Pratyay?
Yes, sir. It's unethical, sir. On the part of McDonald's, it's highly unethical
So
to
therefore,
mix beef with chicken.
yeah, you do any marketing, no problem. Kindly mention what is there in that. Don't do any clandestine branding, hidden branding, okay, covert
Yes, sir.
branding. Okay, you will
Yes,
say
sir.
that Bisleri mineral water and you will say McDonald, okay, bhai, bagpiper mineral water. उल्लू के पट्टे bagpiper mineral water है क्या? दारू है, दारू, whiskey. So that is all covert branding. The trust can be damaged. We should be very careful. Okay, and then see, many times this football things, match fixing and all those things. I don't know whether, no World Cup in Qatar, workers' rights. Can somebody tell what is it, Neetu? Can you quickly come? You know about this issue? What is the workers' rights? Or why some people protest the World Cup football? What is the issue here? Any take, Neetu? She's not seeing. Okay, we'll go ahead. Okay. Cadbury, okay, Boneville, they already use it in the brand. Okay. Businesses are the part of the society, therefore this all that no garlic and all those issues have to be mentioned. Okay, then we should not harm the society and sentiment. Then many times, movies are banned based on the sentiments they are going to hurt. So whether the protesting such movies to be banned, is ethical or not? Neetu and Pratyay and Sumit will react quickly. Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Some movies are banned because they are hurting the sentiments of the particular religion or sect. Is it justified, or we have freedom of expression?
Yes, sir, we have freedom of expression, but not at the expense of religion's sentiments. So, if it's particularly hurting one sentiment, so it is okay to ban the movie.
See, many times, this movies on LGBTQ and all are coming, and they are banned and they are not allowed. So I am also supporting that opinion. So what is your take quickly? Should we show all those nonsense things just for the increase in TRP? Neetu?
Sir, hurting religion.
See, I am a media house. My name is Arnab Goswami. Pratyay, do you know Arnab Goswami? He is also Bengali man. Pratyay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir,
कौन
unfortunately.
सी डिस्ट्रिक्ट का है बंगाल में?
Sir, he was born and brought up in Assam actually.
Assam fellow, he is not Bengali. Bengali नहीं.
He is Bengali, sir. There are many Bengalis in Assam also.
Okay. So now let us say my name is Arnab Goswami. Okay, LGBTQ का कुछ पिक्चर्स आई है. Okay, ये मीरा नायर वगैरह, she will take such movies. She is very famous. Should we promote it? I am asking Pratyay. Bolo. Suppose you are Arnab Goswami, you are in the media. What is your responsibility? इसको support करोगे या विरोध करोगे?
Sir, what I believe is that what two adults do in the privacy of their room is their matter. And even in our Hindu literature, we have many examples of LGBTIQ plus opinions. But at the same time, I feel that what we have in the US, queer marches and all, I think we do not need those kind of things in India, because India respects privacy. Certain sort of decency is expected in India, that I believe. And I am against indecency shown in films. Indecency should never be shown in films. But at the same time, I believe that LGBTIQ plus people also have their rights. And unlike other cultures,
Please. No, Daksa,
yes,
Neetu also
yes.
did. See, you only told it is private. See, once when it comes in media, the opinions are replicated, multiplied, and it may affect even negatively to people. That's why don't show it, we are saying. You ban the media. See, for
No,
example,
sir.
don't glorify. See, suppose you only told about CIA on a personal discussion. But suppose you are Amit Shah, or you are the Home Minister of this country. So will you be allowed to talk like that? And if you say that,
No,
see, you have to talk for India, whatever is in the constitution you have to say. But
Yes.
because I am your teacher and your friend, we have taken both opinions of NRC register and CIA. But definitely if you are working in a company and tomorrow let us say you work in a Government of India company, CRIPCO, you are an officer. And if you make this statement, at that time you are not ethical. This is the corporate governance. Did you understand what
Right.
I am saying?
Right, sir. Right, sir.
See, as Pratyay
Absolutely.
Kundu, you can make this statement because it is an ethics
Yes.
class and we discussed.
Yes.
Tomorrow you are the general manager of CRIPCO and you are posted.
Yes, sir.
Can you make this statement like that?
No, never, sir.
That's all. That's all the issue here. So
Sir,
thank you.
regarding this LGBTIQ, what I wanted to say is that if someone is gay or lesbian, we should not stigmatize them. They should also lead a normal life. But yes,
No,
I
Baba,
am
please
like,
let me tell you why we will
Yes.
stigmatize unless they will tell. See, I don't know what is your personal thing. Why I am bothered?
Right, sir.
I am only bothered Pratyay Kundu has written the paper or not. I will give marks
Yes,
or
sir.
not. That's the end of it. Why I will
Yes,
bother
sir,
about
yes.
your personal thing, man?
right, sir. Right.
That's all.
it, sir.
See,
Yes,
I am
sir, that-
telling by giving more publicity, like this kiss of love and Neetu told all that political things. Don't highlight these things. Don't glorify.
Right,
Whether
sir. Right.
Aryan Khan took drugs or not, I don't know. Whether that Samir Wankede was good or not, I don't know. I am telling a drug addict is a drug addict. He has taken or not, the law will decide. Neetu has already told. It is for the law to decide. But we need not glorify drug addicts. Yes or no? That's all I'm saying.
Yes, yes, sir. Yes,
That's
sir.
all. Neetu made the point, whether it is Swapna, Suresh or XYZ. See, until they are convicted, why we should glorify media? Okay, so Neetu made this point. Okay. OPEC countries, please, okay. European Commission, okay. Very quickly, Sumit, you are not reacting today. Neetu will also get 12. Huh?
Yes, sir.
See now, very quickly, Pratyay and Neetu will tell. Can you please tell me the democratic market economies, OECD, okay? What is the issue here? About the board members, the stakeholders, and attracting and maintaining, to attract investment, what are the ethical things we have to do? Neetu, very quickly, can you react? She is not there. Okay, leave it. Okay. So now, Pratyay, I'm sorry because lot of Bengali examples are coming today. The Subrata Roy case, that okay, bhai, India Parivar, Sahara India. Please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You please come. I'm sorry, yaar, please.
Yes, sir.
See, Bengal में बहुत बड़े बड़े लोग हैं. See, you have got a lot of celebrities. Okay, Amartya Sen है और सुब्रता राय भी है, बप्पी लहरी है, बिपाशा बासु है, प्रत्यय कुंडू भी है, बाबुल सुप्रियो है. So all are, see, let us not take. ये सहारा इंडिया का वो सुब्रता राय के आज भी जेल में है.
Yes, sir.
Okay. वो क्या है भाई? Non-business financial institution collecting
Yes.
huge money and investing somewhere and promising very high rate of return like 18%. That's why we don't have Sahara Airlines now. Subrata Rai jail mein hai.
Yes, sir.
So what was the problem in the leadership, accountability, transparency, sustainability? Neetu, you can also react if you know a little bit about Subrata Rai case. Otherwise, my Kundu will tell you that.
Yes, sir. It was money laundering was involved, and the way he operated his NBFC, that was not proper. Mismanagement of funds was there, and it was an unethical practice. He was building stadiums, cricket stadiums, and naming after himself. So it was unethical and immoral practice, and eventually law caught up to
So
him.
that was one point. Then very quickly tell me about the Sharda chit fund scam. I'm sorry, because a Bengali only should be asked, because we don't know many things about what happened
Sir,
inside.
after this discussion, can we end up the class because we have an
Yeah,
exam?
over. The class is over, and after Kundu, I will conclude and I will call it a day. Yeah, please.
Okay, sir.
Kundu, yeah.
Yes, sir. Sir, Sarda was
Quickly, because time is up, yeah.
yes, sir. It was basically a Ponzi scheme masked as a legitimate cheat fund, and many politicians were involved in it. So eventually, what happened? Its funds dried up, and its owner he tried to run away to Pakistan, but he was caught by law enforcement. And people of every political, almost every political party was involved. And so now it's a political tug of war between the center and the state that is going on. Many people are in jail. So
Fine.
that's it.
So thank you very much, and this was the last class. If any other class is there, Sumit will let me know, and your question paper is ready. I wish you all the best, and thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to have this business ethics course. Thank you the panelists Neetu, Pratyay and Sumit. I wish you all the best, and do well in the exam, and then the question paper will be sent to Kanaka madam, and then Sumit will coordinate, and then get the exams conducted. Final exam 50 marks, I repeat, 30 marks assignment, 10 marks for participation, and 10 marks for discussion. Thank you very much. Any other thing you want to ask, you can do. I am stop sharing the screen. Good luck. Sumit, you want to tell something as a leader of this group? Very quickly, you can make your statement. Last class.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. According to about the schedule, next schedule, I'll update you soon after having a word with academic committee and Tanka ma'am.
Okay.
And also the next thing about the assignments, the examination date, we will take care that assignments have been submitted on time. Although about tomorrow's or coming days, I think we have ended with the number of sessions. Yet there are some, according to schedule, there are some sessions. There might be some wrong calculation, so it will change. But I think we have done with our course, sir. So
Yeah.
thank you so much, sir, for the dedication you have given us for the course. We are always thankful for you, and wherever we hope to support and support. So thank you very much, sir.
So thank you, Sumit. It was nice. I sincerely thank all the students who bared with us, and then we have successfully finished the course. Wish you all the best, and kindly try to be ethical, legal, moral, and apply the things. Okay, and then if you are good, and kindly don't try to even support the fellows who are immoral, unethical, and illegal. Wish you all the best, and all my blessings with you for your good placements. And I hope I will be joining you in some other capacity. And of course, many of my good friends will be calling for their marriages. I wish to meet you, and all my blessings to you. So thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot. So nice.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Have a nice day, guys. I really miss you, fellows.
Thank you, sir.
I really miss you, fellows. Yeah. It was so nice, especially, yesterday that Telugu girl, I forgot her name. And our Sigilapalli Ravi Kumar, I troubled him a lot. And then
Sir.
Kundu was brilliant. And then we had Parvender, oh, brilliant. I had Muskan, oh, she was also good. Then we had Afsana, fantastic. Neetu was good. And then so many guys. I cannot, of course, some did not come. It is not, no issues. Then Koshika Pujita was brilliant. Extremely good communication skills. Oh, you will do wonderful things, man. I'm very confident. See, every time I teach a course like this, I feel very proud that so many boys and girls have passed under us. Thank you. I'm leaving the meeting. Wish you all the best.
Bye, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.